tens, almost reverse 3-0 from Slosh. We saw Slosh versus T-Turtle, just an explosive match there. We saw Kuma. We didn't quite see Kuma versus T-Turtle, but from what I hear, that was a really great match. T-Turtle versus Vertical Hunger, all of these have just been insanity. Showing great adaptation by the players, showing they have the mental fortitude and prowess to know what it takes to show up on the top 8 here.
But who has the wherewithal to take it all? Will it be the top brass, or will it be that the doctor is in? The box is locked, the lights are on. It's arms fighting time. Welcome to the Grand Finals here at Summer Jam 12. Going to Buster Beach for the first match. Max Brass against Dr. Coil again. Who do you think has the matchup advantage? Just vanilla in terms of character versus character. Yeah,
this is a stage that's famous for Max Brass. Pega, the Max Brass player from Japan, we always say, why do you let Pega take you to Buster Beach? And so this is a stage that Max Brass is known to have a good time on. But Coil does have the length of the stage to work with, and Dart, being a more defensive player, needing that setup time, can use that to his advantage really well.
Max Brass has to be sweating his behind off in all of that armor. It's got to be pretty humid out there. But regardless of that, it's got to be Serp who's sweating right now. He is down big to Dart, who is coming out like a bot possessed, only just now taking his first damage of the match, with Serp sitting at about 10%. But again, like you call it, the buff boy mode.
Never want to say GG to a Max Brass, though that is going to be a round
for
Dart.
Goodness.
Taking that pretty convincingly, only about a third of his life lost.
Yeah, and that is Dart coming out and making a statement. That was a statement round for Dart, saying, you know what, I am not the same player that you came into on Winners Final. I have learned, I have downloaded you, and now you are going to feel my wrath. Although certainly Serp giving it back here in round number 2, not doing too bad for himself.
Yeah, with that rush off the bat, it definitely seemed like a defiance. I'm not going to be intimidated by you. But the fact Dart now has that rush back up. Yeah, and now there's that rush going to come out. That's going to break shield, do quite a bit of damage. A nice 180 plus the shield chip. And now while Dart has at a rush disadvantage, he's going to have a good time. But Serp is getting right in his face, which is where Max Brass wants to be. And that below 25% perma-charge buff boy mode coming out there.
He needs everything with knockback that he can get. What kind of mix-ups can he do to ensure that?
Right now, he's looking to more counter what Serp is doing. Going to wait. Serp's going to get his rush there, and rush pressure is insane, especially on Max Brass. Waking up against the Max Brass with rush is really hard. And proving that right there, Serp going to KO, take round 2 barely.
I think there was an opportunity to take advantage of that missed grab, but Serp employing the rush just in time to take round 2, and all of a sudden, we're about at even. Dart needs to be very careful here.
Yeah, Dart's going to get his rush in just a second since he's got that third arm out, and Serp not going to have his own for a little bit, but Serp's going to have a somewhat easy time getting in since Brass does have that really great jump. But Dart's going to burn his rush right there into Serp's shield. Serp going to get some nice rush off of it, a little bit of chip damage into him, but not enough to really be any concern.
And of note is the fact that he's going for a little bit more power in this set is Serp, along with that left hand to go along with that Tri-Blasters. That is deadly in the hands of Max Brass.
Yeah, those are great against Coil too, since Coil's movement is mostly side to side, and those have some of the best horizontal tracking in the game if you aim them right. And we're seeing that Tri-Blast prove time and time again. It's a great anti-Coil arm. There's that rush going to come out from Serp. Going to land for a nice 285. Serp going to back up, get a buff of his own off, go for some grab setups, and now Dart below 25% health with his rush.
But it is so easy for Dr. Coils to just come back and establish their dominance in a match. Here comes the rush. Well dodged, but will it be enough? Not quite. He does have him down to about 37% health. That's a rather exact number, but really all Serp needs is a couple of jabs, and this is a done deal, 1-0, and there you go with the Tri-Blasters to the face. Serp goes up 1-0 in this grand final clip.
Yeah, it even seems Serp was a little bit of an advantage there. Even if he took a health, he would have gone into his red mode. He would have had the perma-charge that he could have used to come back. So great recognition there by Serp that he had an advantage state totally and utterly.
Just to respond to something in chat, the Silver Chalice, absolutely you heard Mario Tennis, man. Mario Tennis Aces. And if it makes you feel any better, we're not exactly in Philly, we're in Hatboro. I'm an inner city snob, so I don't consider the surrounding area Philly. It's like when Tina Fey says, "Oh yeah, I'm from Philly." No, you're from Upper Darby, Tina. We love you, but come on.
Speaking of Upper Dart going to go in here at a little bit of a disadvantage. He's gonna have to bracket reset against Serp, who's already up 1-0. You like that transition, folks?
Oh, that was amazing. So I believe that they have gone to a Tony Hawk tutorial level for game number 2.
Yeah, this is definitely a skating park that we're on here.
Absolutely.
Not Snake Park, mind you.
Although that is clearly not true.
Yeah.
This is, but again, that pillar in the middle, definitely something for Dr. Coyle to work with, although very much on the offensive here. Not playing afraid at all, though maybe it would be well advised if she should. She's getting tagged for a lot, and of course that grab takes her down to about 50%.
Ooh, I love that recognition there by Dart. He recognized he was sliding off of the slope there, and that Serp was going to have a 50-50 of where Dart's going to end up. So just going for a grab there gets in his head, mentally sets him up to fail. And both of them having rush. This will be a rush exchange. Serp going to go for the rush. Oh, the ledge on Scrapyard, infamous for messing up rushes. And that's going to cost Serp a little bit.
The defensive play of Dart is so on point. He's doing an excellent job, albeit he is down by about 25%. But the fact is that this could very easily be over by now with the way that Serp is asserting himself in this match.
Yeah, we're seeing that pillar kind of mess up the dragon cancels and play that Dart's going for. So he's having to work around that pretty hard. If anything, I think he might want that out. We're seeing Serp not punch into it because I think he recognizes that.
And just like that, it's Max Brass who's trying to get out of the way. And this seems to be the tone of the match thus far. It's Dart getting down early and Serp eventually just not recognizing how close he is to victory. And, oh, what a rush cancel. My goodness.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Dart needs something, and he needs something fast.
Does
he have it in time?
Not quite.
Well dodged by Serp. He will take the decision in round number 2.
Yeah,
round number 1, excuse me. My goodness. I mean, that was so intense. I thought it was the second round.
Yeah, that might as well have been. I mean, Serp there recognizing that he wanted to win, that he has the rush advantage now, so he's going to have an easier time going in. That rush going to land, not get phased out by the Dragons. And now he's
not
gonna
perfect damage, but at the same time, it's exactly what he needed to. And again, it's just coming out of the gate like a bull out of the chute.
Oh!
And here comes the rush, not finding much of anything on that. That is not what Dart needed at all.
I don't think he was expecting that arm break by Serp. When your arm is broken, you get hit at all, you're going straight to the ground. So that arm break was not something Dart wanted to see, and it gave Serp a great time. He's got Dart backed into the walls here.
Dart is not getting nearly enough from these rushes.
Yeah, he's having a hard time setting up his dragon positions, having a hard time building up rush in general. And those rushes by Serp are devastating him. A nice 325 at the Tri-Blast finisher. When a grab's going to take that game, Serp is already up 2-0.
My goodness, that was an incredibly well-read grab. I mean, going up the slope, Serp climbing the ladder, and he is well on his way to ascending to the top of the Arms Mountain. Here at Summer Jam 12, he is 1 game away from the championship. He is so close, he can taste it, but now it's Dart who's going to have to come back, and he can take a game. He lost the last set 3-1, but he's going to have to reverse 3-0 the number 1 seed here.
Yeah, reverse 3-0 into a bracket reset, and Mausoleum is a stage I would think at first advantages Max Brass, since it is a closer together stage. The circle walls act more as a sort of infinite corner, as I've said before, and to explain that when you're waking up in arms, you can't really back up against the wall at all, since you just get pushed right back, and those walls are on either side of you. So when you're rolling away, it's still like no matter where you go, you're up against 3 walls.
Dart's championship hopes might be buried in the Mausoleum if he is not careful, or can he rise from the dead and take it to a reverse 3-0 to take it to a second set? We're going to have to see here. Right now, very good stuff by Dart. He's taking initiative in this matchup. He's not playing like he's scared at all. The rush is not going to finish the job, but that jab certainly will. And that is exactly the start that Dart needed to start this comeback.
Yeah, that switch off of the Dragon into the fun shot. Great choice by Dart there. He'll have an easier time parrying out whatever Slosh is doing. He has a faster arm in general there, since it's going to come out way quicker than the Dragon Little Blep would. So he's able to mount more pressure, more blocking pressure. But Serp just not going to respect it at all. Go for the rush there. 340 damage. Now Dart is down to a third of his life, while Serp's still on almost a perfect. Not quite, since he's taking some shield chip. And not going to get perfected at all. Dart saying, I'm not going down without a fight. Into another grab, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy smokes. I mean, Dart is getting a lot of these grabs, and Serp is going to have to make this adjustment very quickly. But, well, you know what? A punch to the face is certainly an adjustment, and I think Serp will take it. He is 1 round away from a Grand Finals victory, and indeed the Summer Jam 12 Grand Championship in arms. Can he do it? Or can Dart shoot his way back and find the bullseye here? He's certainly taking aim at Serp's face, and that Max Brass took a lot of damage to start this thing off.
Yeah, the switch back to Dragon over by Dart, good. It's an interesting choice. I don't know about necessarily the optimal choice, but since he did lose that last round, switching back to more what you're comfortable with can be a pretty good decision. And now that double roaster, though, going to present an issue with the rush pressure that Serp is exuding over the entirety of the stage.
Man, but this side strafing.
Yeah, that's Coil's specialty. Already down to less than a quarter of his health, while Serp is just a little bit over and would have that Buff Boy Brass mode to fall back on.
This is Serp in the home stretch. That grab is not going to finish it off, but Dart is hanging on by a thread here. That rush is the only chance he has, and look, oh wow, what a knockout off of the rush. And just like that, it's Dart who at least takes one game, but now he has to do what he failed to do in Winners Final, and that's take a second game off of the #1 seed Serp. And Dart, this is quite the uphill battle because this is Serp's counterpick.
Yeah, but showing in that match, he really has the skill to do it. I mean, those matches were so quick. We saw some of those happen within, I think, 30 seconds even. So to see that going that fast, both of these players know what they're doing. They know how to get in each other's head. They've been playing time in and time out today. They played twice today, last night in Grands. They are definitely realizing each other's patterns very quickly.
Yeah, some of these matches were in and out with the quickness. And again, the adaptation of these two players, something to be admired. There is a reason that the ARMS community knows all about Serp and Dart, and definitely making their respective communities proud. Dart, of course, your comrade.
Yeah, MWE boys.
MWE boys. You know what? Good for them. I am a neutral party in all of this, but I have to say that his resilience is something to be admired, but resilience may not be enough here as we are going to the DNA lab. And let's see if Dr. Coil can splice together a victory here.
I like the choice over here by Dart, opting to not go with the Dragon round 1 since he knows every round counts right now. And if something is more optimal, why not go for it right off the bat since you gotta win these 2 rounds. And a great confirm into that grab by the Funchuck stun.
And we're not really seeing we're seeing a very, very aggressive Dart here. I mean, usually content to hide behind those pillars, but proving to be ineffective in their Winners Final set. And now Serp is going to have to adapt here. Oh, that's a good way to start, though. They're about even in damage.
Yeah, having that third Funchuck is scary, something Dart's going to have to respect, or Serp's going to have to respect, excuse me. Because that third Funchuck, that can create a very great wall, and the rush on Funchuck is kind of insane with its hitbox, nailing a nice 285. And Serp not quite in the red mode. I think he would have actually liked to take a little more since he would be closer to the top of his health there. And there's Serp going to have a little bit of a health advantage. One more charged hit will knock out Dart this round, but Dart can have a pretty good comeback. I mean, 2 more charged roasters would do this for sure, and Coil can land 2 in a row.
I mean, he might be looking to bait out that grab. You don't know, but he's going to get a shot to the body for his thanks. And Serp, again, 1 round away. How is Dart going to pull this out, Mahama?
He's going to switch back over to the Dragon here, adopt that more defensive playstyle that, despite, you know, not being optimal necessarily, was working for him better. Go what you're comfortable with. That's what we saw for Slosh there. And now,
go with what you know.
Yeah, go with what you know. And that pillar right there is going to be gone, which will give Serp a little bit of an easier time mounting his way in. So those pillars can prove effective for Coil in 2 ways, offensively and defensively. And that positioning will give him the chance to rush, already having Serp down to about 1/3 of his life.
It is a very direct offense that Serp employs, which is why he's so good at that Buster Beach, especially when he traps him in the corner. An absolute monster in the corner, much like Broly in Dragon Ball FighterZ, if you all are familiar with that. But my goodness, he tags Serp. And just like that, we are going to round 3 of game number 4. Is Dart about to pull this back again, or is Serp about to bury the championship hopes of Dart right here? We're going to have to find out. Hold your breath, folks.
It's very possible we could see the comeback here. Serp getting some early damage on with that rush, but Dart already has the rush zone back up, which could do even more damage. Though it's just going to go right into Serp's shield. He's going to absorb that, get rush of his own, but his arms are almost broken, so Dart might try to aim for that instead.
I mean, Dart's Dart's failure to confirm on a lot of these rushes has to be the story of the set so far. And I mean, he's timing them well, but Serp, I mean, he's reading them all the way and shielding. The defensive abilities of Serp as that Max Brass, not to be understated. It might just be winning him this match.
Yeah, well, Max Brass is a very offensively heavy character. He does have one of the best jumps in the game, rivaling that of Kid Cobra. And that rush,
it cancels the rush!
It seemed like it was going to land, but not quite. And there's
that could be
that could be it!
Here it goes!
That's going to be
it! Superior! Proves superior! He's at the top of the mountain at the arms bracket. He is your Summer Jam 12 Grand Champion!
And what an explosive way to finishing that with the explosion confirmed by the Tri-Blast, knocking him up into the air, into the rush. Great stuff by both players, though.
Absolutely, and what better way to finish it off than with the rush of offense that Max Brass is so well known for, so fitting for the character in such a fitting way for Serperior, who, again, I mean, such a well-rounded character, but totally able to utilize every single tool that Max Brass has to offer a player.
Yeah, Max Brass has that offensive capabilities with his deflect, with his amazing mobility. Max Brass really has it all. If you're a new player looking to get in, maybe even consider picking up Max Brass. He's considered one of the easier characters to get into, too, and a top tier at that.
And contrast that with Dr. Coyle, who, I mean, such an unintuitive character, but at the same time, such a high skill ceiling. There's a reason that Dart was taking it to him on a lot of those games, but ultimately it's a 3-1 victory in both the Winners Final and Grand Finals for Serperior. He was the #1 seed, the favorite all the way through. And he only lost 3 games in this whole three games, excuse me, this whole tournament. 2 of them to Dart, who will, I think, gladly take home second place. And great showing for him.
Yeah, taking home second at a tournament this stacked against Serp, nothing to be ashamed of. That's something that's incredible. I mean, look at the entire bracket here. It was extremely stacked.
Yeah, and the intensity of the ARMS community was on full display here at the Crown Plaza in Cherry Hill for Summer Jam 12. And again, thank you, BigE Gaming, for allowing us to put this on, allowing us to support the Nintendo community with this, the Smash tournament. That's Top 8's going to be going on tomorrow. And of course, the Pokken tournament coming up next. And I mean, even the speakers are buzzing with excitement. That's amazing. And folks, we are going to have the Pokken tournament coming up next. I'm going to be signing off, as is Hamma. Hamma, where can they find you on social media, my friend?
If you guys are looking to find me, I'm on Twitter at MWEHamma. You can find me on Discord. I'm active in pretty much every ARMS Discord server there is. So if you guys
the ARMS Central Discord. Go ahead and plug that.
ARMS Central Discord. If you guys are looking to get into ARMS at all, if you're new, if you're a veteran but don't really know how to connect with the community, ARMS Central is there for you guys. You can find pretty much every player in there. Pros, new players you can train with. Even some of our commentators are in there, like Sedge and Austin. They're in there too. So if you're looking to get linked up to some great high-level gameplay or VODs to look at, go check out ARMS Central. We got you guys covered.
Absolutely. Shout-outs to them. It's such a great community, and it's one of those games that takes a minute to learn but a lifetime to master, and it's so worth the practice. As you can see right there, some incredibly high-level gameplay on display here at Summer Jam 12. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Stu the Announcer. Certainly welcome all followers, and really, it's just it's been an incredible ride through the broadcasting world that's led me to esports, and certainly like to thank you all for riding along with us here at twitch.tv/bros_calamity. Coming up next is Pokken Tournament DX on the Switch, of course. Some more Switch love here at the here at Summer Jam 12. So we'll certainly see you for that. Jay Moosh was behind the desk controlling production, as was his lovely wife BC Chris. So good on them. And thank you for joining me on commentary, Hamma. Also on commentary was Serperiorfan for Losers Final. And I'm sure that he took that as a great scouting opportunity. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah. We saw there he got some of that mind game download on to Dart for sure. I'm sure he wasn't very angry about commentating for that at all.
Oh, no. I mean, any excuse to watch his opponents for sure. Yeah. And that's – but not like me. I just do it for the love of the game, folks. What can I say? I'm just so magnanimous like that. But certainly, once again, we thank you for your support of Bros Calamity and for the ARMS and Nintendo community at large. If you want to keep up with us, what we're doing here in Philadelphia in the Smash, Splatoon, ARMS, Mario Tennis Aces community, check us out on Twitter, Bros_Calamity, The Gaming Lab on Facebook, Facebook.com/The Gaming Lab, The Gaming Lab _ on Instagram, and of course, you can check out VODs from this tournament and tournaments past, YouTube.com/Bros Calamity. We're going to be signing off for now. I'm Stu the announcer.
I'm Hamma.
We will see you next time here at Summer Jam. Pokemon's coming up next.